Welcome to IDT Talks. I'm Anastasia Laurina. In this edition, we are going to talk about bilateral relations between Azerbaijan and Egypt. My special guest now is an ambassador of Azerbaijan to Egypt, Mr. Elkhan Polukhov. Mr. Ambassador, hello and welcome to our program.
Thank you for the invitation, Anastasia. It's always a pleasure to be with you, with your esteemed audience, auditory, and from far Egypt, Misr. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much for finding the time to join our program. It's a real pleasure to talk with you, to know more about Egypt and the bilateral partnership with Azerbaijan. Just recently, we observed the first visit of the president of Egypt to the South Caucasus, in particular to Azerbaijan and later to Armenia. One of the key topics between two leaders in Azerbaijan were held about renewable energy and natural gas. We know that Egypt today dedicates much attention to development of its own energy policy and wish to become a regional energy hub. How the cooperation between the two countries, between Egypt and Azerbaijan, can contribute to the global energy security?
As you correctly mentioned, Egypt playing his own important role on securing the energy market of the region. Egypt itself used to be importer of energy resources into the country, but with the recent discoveries, it's turned to the exporter, and currently Egypt is looking to the European market. It's also exporting energy resources to the neighboring countries. From that point, the role of Egypt growing day by day from this point. And it's not only oil and gas, it's also renewable energy. Country has ambitious plans to increase production of green energy, and through this way to start to look to the most safest, let's say, market, European market, where they can sell their green energy. And again, it's very ambitious plans, but country is keen to perform it.
To continue to what you have already said about renewable policy, we know that Azerbaijan dedicates much attention to this sphere of development in a partnership with different countries on the globe. Renewable energy, especially on the liberated lands of Azerbaijan. The last 2 years, this sphere is being actively developed. So I guess two sides, two countries have more perspective to have even more intensive cooperation in this particular sphere.
No, definitely. We have a lot of in common. Both countries are energy producers. Yes, we have a lot of experience on production and extraction of oil and gas, but that area is also not very new for us. Azerbaijan itself has its own experience on that matter. We have a number of agreements with Gulf countries and other countries where investments plan to be invested in this area in Azerbaijan. And Egypt itself, it's largest country in Arab world. It's also one of the leading country in African continent. So from that perspective, countries has a lot of things to share from technology point. And this is one of the area where cooperation can be very successful, mutual advantage. And that cooperation also can easily get support from foreign investors.
Right. You know, another very important issue I want to talk with you about is the role of Egypt in the region for stability and security. Azerbaijan is an important player in the region of the South Caucasus when it comes to security. But at the same time, Egypt's role is very significant for stability, security, and peace promotion in the Middle East region and Africa. So what are the interests of Egypt in the South Caucasus? Could you tell us more about this particular issue?
Egypt always played the role of stabilizing power in the region because country itself, in different periods of its independence, experienced some problem with security issues, on the regional matter. But parallel to that, as I said, because it's largest country of the African continent, largest economy, I would say, of African continent, they play their own role on securing environment. From that perspective, of course, it's place of meeting of many countries, regional meetings. It's playing the role of hub where regional countries can come together to talk, to discuss different problems of Middle East and the African continent itself. And Egypt provide good platform for that. And from this point, they have experience on managing and organizing such kind of meetings. It has experience on participation in peacekeeping operations. And countries, surrounding countries also accept the role of Egypt as a mediator in many different instances and cases. That's why it's impossible to underestimate the role of Egypt on bringing stability in this very fragile region.
Mr. Ambassador, if we continue to talk about two very important regions of the globe arena, so as I already mentioned, Azerbaijan play a key role as a gateway to the South Caucasus and can be considered as a very important hub for the connection development between East and West and between North and South. We also know that Egypt is being considered as an important gateway to the region, to the African continent. So what will Azerbaijan benefit from this cooperation with Egypt, and what Egypt can benefit from the partnership and cooperation with Azerbaijan, again, considering the important location of two countries in two different regions?
Yeah, definitely countries can benefit and already benefit. Very recently, some statistics was highlighted, and it was mentioned that transit via Azerbaijan to the Central Asia and Chinese market of Egyptian products are growing day by day. If not day by day, but it's growing, and it showed that at least from transit point, Azerbaijan playing important role for Egyptian products to be delivered to that such a big and important market. Parallel to that, of course, we also look into the technology of Egyptian technology, especially, for example, in pharmaceutical area, where Egypt has quite advanced positions, and Egypt playing his own important role securing the medical products of the region from different perspective and from different ways. What Egypt can benefit from Azerbaijan, of course, we're cooperating in different international forums, in different international organizations where we support position of each other. Egypt, for different period of our history during our independence, after we regain our independence, Egypt always supported territorial integrity of Azerbaijan, and Egypt always supported peaceful resolution of Karabakh conflict. And thanks God, everything was settled. And today, under the leadership of our president, we can talk about the post-conflict development, where Egypt can also share his own experience. Unfortunately, Egypt, as Azerbaijan, like liberated territories of Azerbaijan, very heavily contaminated by landmines. And this is a problem where, or area where we can share our experience, where we can share our knowledge. Egyptians has a lot to talk to us about that. It's also mutually beneficial cooperation, not only in the energy sphere, also we can talk about the cooperation on exchanging students, education. It's an important area where we can help each other. It used to be a number of Azerbaijani students who studied in Egypt, and today we also hosting the Egyptian students in Azerbaijan and sharing our experience and knowledge in different spheres. And, this is one of the points which was highlighted during the high-level meeting between two presidents, and many other areas. We just need to dig a little bit deeper from that point to find out, as I said, mutually beneficial areas where countries can come together around the table and look to the position where we can quickly get some success, achieve some success.
Mr. Ambassador, you said about post-conflict development. During his visit to Armenia, the president of Egypt stated that Egypt is ready to become a mediator between Armenia and Azerbaijan to normalize relations between two countries. Do you think it's possible?
You know, we, through the long period of time, accepted mediation or efforts to mediate of different countries and different international organizations. But unfortunately, 2 years ago, we faced the fact that we have to settle this problem ourselves, and we settled that problem. Today, it's not about mediation, it's probably building of post-conflict peace in the region. And of course, any support, any impact, positive impact is welcome for sure. And Egypt has its own story to come and tell about it, how they built that post-conflict process from their side. From this perspective, of course, any positive proposal, any ideas which can help to finalize this situation, to reach peace agreement, will be welcomed. We never refuse or reject any supportive hands which were raised toward us to support and help. And from this perspective, of course, participation of Egypt, not necessarily in form of mediation, but sharing their experience, welcomed.
Mr. Ambassador, thank you so much for joining the program today. It was a pleasure to talk with you about these crucial issues for two regions. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the invitation and looking to opportunities to see you here in Egypt.